Hi, it's Manny Bagga with the Bagga team from LePage Magna.
Hey, this is Saj Velji from LePage Magna as well.
I am so excited today to introduce one of our commercial division superstar, because a lot of clients was looking from us from last 10 years. Manny, I'm looking at commercial property. Manny, I'm looking at commercial business or investment or lease. Hey, for all you guys at demand, we bring a superstar in our team, Mr. Sajeed Velji. Sajeed Velji, welcome to the Bagga team, and we're so excited to introduce to you, to all our audience, all our viewers, that hey, now we have a full-time person who can look after their interests. So before we can jump in anything else, I wanted to ask you, give us a little bit of your background intro and tell me what happened, where you born, where you raised, so we can tell everything about our viewers.
Amazing, yes. First of all, thank you so much for the great intro. You know, my life in real estate has been about 4 years, my career span so far, and it's been a phenomenal experience. You know, I started off from the get-go in commercial real estate, and it's been a phenomenal experience for me. I've got to grow and develop my skills. But a little bit about me, not from a business perspective, but from a personal side. I was born in Nairobi, Kenya. Moved to Edmonton, Canada when I was 11. I was raised here. I'm fully Canadian, proud to be Canadian. And you know, I've been in Edmonton most of my life, and I love the city. The city is absolutely where I want to be.
Fantastic. So you came, background is Nairobi, you born and raised in Canada, and then you went to school to take your degree. What made you intrigued in real estate?
That's a great question. So I've been in sales pretty much my whole life. You know, I was working at TELUS, was one of my first careers. I was working in the sales order and verification team. And I got to wear many hats. You know, I was there for 8 years. So we started off, you know, doing sales, and then, you know, we did some data entry. I became a trainer, and then eventually, you know, through success, I was able to get a promotion and become a channel manager, where I led a team of 50 door-knocking agents at TELUS, and we sold all products to small business services, including fiber optics, security, you know, the TELUS products. And that's when I was like, hey, you know, I really am doing good at sales. How can I plug myself into something that's more independent? And that's when I found real estate, and that's when I found my true love.
Fantastic. So that was a great story. So you spent a lot of time in TELUS, get the full experience, got the full exposure, and you decided yourself that, hey, this is that sales is so growing in me, so I can definitely help to the people. So you jump in real estate 4 years back, but why only commercial? Like a lot of people that just start with the real estate, they go to on a residential, because sometimes this residential is a little bit more easier to do that. What make you to jump in commercial?
That's another good question. You know, I'm a numbers guy since day one. Numbers have always spoken to me. And when you're selling a business or an investment, it's always going to come down to the numbers, the cash flow that this business is making, and you know, being able to diverge into the financials and understand where there's potential to increase the revenue. That's what I like to do, and I like to show the potential to a business. And I like to meet business owners and build my network and entrepreneurs, because that's who I also aim to be and strive to be.
Fantastic, good answer. Well, I'm so intrigued that you understand that commercial is a math, and then math is more important for all the person who invest or buy or do anything in the commercial division. So you answered those two questions. So third question for me, for the viewer, is there any specific specializing in commercial division which you look after, which you are master at it, or you want to grow that segment, which viewer can rely or see themselves to come back to see you?
In my current state, you know, I would say where I'm probably the best fit for most people is selling businesses and investment opportunities, right? That's where I feel like the most fit. You know, I have sold many daycares and many businesses here in Edmonton, and I'm looking to do the same. You know, where I'm looking to grow, because there's always room for improvement, is to diverge into the multifamily industry and learn more about that.
For you to, in simple version, that any kind of business, it could be a restaurant, it could be daycare, it could be a hotel or a full-fledged any commercial division that you look after. And then because numbers make more sense, so you can relay those things. People wanted to do a salons or dealerships or anything related to business, you look after that.
Exactly, sir, exactly.
And what is the minimum and what is the maximum?
I don't have a minimum, I don't have a maximum. I work with everybody. We love to work with our clients, and we love to build our network.
Fantastic. So who are viewers are watching today? So if you guys are looking into that segment, hey, Sajeed is always there to help you. But jump into my next segment. So you already answered to me that, Manny, I'm already specializing in business segments and everything. And is there any challenges you see in the commercial division when you coming back in industry, which is you wanted to share with the viewers?
Right now the market isn't as hot as we've seen it be. It is a little bit stagnant, but this is the right opportunity if you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs know that this is the right moment, the right chance to invest, because while it's not moving as quickly as we can, we're seeing better prices, and this is a perfect time to invest, get a good cap rate on your sale, and grow the business. So from an entrepreneur perspective, time is now.
Fantastic. And what is your approach? Like how you discuss or sit down with the newer client? Because sometimes people come which is they don't have any background of business, but they still want to change. They want to pursue a new place. How do you do that?
It all comes down to having a conversation. And having a really deep conversation about understanding what the customer's long-term goals are, right? Once you have that conversation, and then there's transparency and honesty and loyalty within, once you've built that rapport, it's easy, right? Because you're working for somebody who has a goal, and we're goal fulfillers. That's what we do here, we fulfill goals.
Fantastic. And I can see that there's a lot of dust flying around for US turf and all those things, and then there's so many uncertainty in the market. What kind of trend you are seeing in Edmonton commercial division side? So
right now I think there's a lot of fear based on the economy. But what we are seeing with all the prime ministers coming in, everyone is saying we're going to decrease taxes, we're going to rebuild the economy. And I think with the new prime minister, being Mark Carney, we're going to see that. We're going to see changes happening to the taxes. We're going to see entrepreneurs get breaks, and this is going to be the perfect time to invest your money, because there's not, opportunity is going to come hard. It's going to come flying at us, and it's going to be a busy year.
Fantastic. Is there any tip on your point of view you want to give it to the viewers who are thinking, or you are already there in the commercial side, on your point of view that they should be aware or they need to be conscious about it?
Yeah, the process for a commercial transaction is going to be way longer than a residential transaction. For a residential, you're looking at maybe 30 days, and then you're closing. For a commercial, it's different. You don't really get a pre-approval. You have to first find the listing, make an offer, and then you can go to the bank and get an actual pre-approval and an approval for financing. You're looking at 60 to 90 days just for financing, right? So it's better to be prepared, understand what you're getting into, and how long the timelines are going to be. And that's having a conversation with your realtor, and they should be able to explain to you the timelines, and from the get-go set up the expectation for you, so that you know how long the process is going to take and what it's going to take from you to provide to the bank what they need.
So what I can see from your answer, that hey guys, be patient. Be patient and don't get too aggressive, because it's a more numbers game. You needed to understand that hey, everything gonna take a time. Yes. It's not gonna happen within days or so.
100%.
Excellent. So I discussed a lot about commercial side. I want to switch a little bit here to understand you.
Sure.
What you do. I want to ask you, say, hey, what Sajeed love to do? When Sajeed is not working, Sajeed is laying back at home, like what would you really like to do? Tell us a little bit about your family. Tell us about who you are, what you really like to do when you are not working.
I love to spend time with my son. This is like, he's the love of my life. He's like, I feel like he's my soulmate. He's my best friend. We get along really well, and it's like I'm living my life again by watching him grow up. So it's like reliving my childhood, but from a different perspective, and it's phenomenal. Just watching him grow, it's helping me grow. From a hobby perspective, I love soccer. Anything soccer. I'm the guy that will wake up at 4 a.m. on a Saturday to watch a soccer game.
Wow.
That's me. That's how committed I am. And besides that, I self-taught myself how to play guitar, and I'm really trying to get into the marketing side of things as well, so that I can continue to sharpen my skills as a realtor.
Fantastic. So you told me 3 things. Number 1, you love a son, and how old he is?
My son is almost 4.
Oh, 4 years old. So that's a great time to spend with him.
Yes.
Number two that you told me, which is you already have a question for me, so which sport you like. You already told me that you love soccer. And who's your favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, yeah, man, that's evergreen person. And you told me that you love music and you play guitar and you're self-taught. And any specific music style you love?
To be frank, I usually like to play like classic music, like timeless music. For some reason, I always seem to find a Hindi song on the guitar. The Hindi songs that your dad listens to or your mom listens to from back in the day. Those classical songs, they somehow, some way seem to end up on my guitar.
Fantastic. And if I'm asking you, Sajeed, like you grew up in Edmonton, any favorite spot where you really want to hang out to go for a food or a Friday night or evening night, where you want to go to spend any specific space?
For me, I think I've had a lot of good memories growing up and going out with friends and my boys to White Avenue. I love that. I love that place. That's where the city comes alive, especially during the playoff season and during the summer months. We really get to see that street come alive, and I love people walking around and people interacting. It's just a phenomenal experience for everybody. And the food there, there's so many options, so much to do there. It's a phenomenal place to be.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? I like barbecued meat. Anything barbecued. Anything. I like lamb or goat meat. It's the Indian in me. We survive off red meat.
Fantastic. So you love barbecue style, and any favorite space where you wanted to go vacation, or that's your favorite place in the world?
Yeah, I think there's a couple places I would love to check out. I think Mauritius, the British Islands, as a vacation spot. But if I could live anywhere in the world, I think it would be Europe. Somewhere in Europe.
Mauritius, Europe, barbecue, and White Avenue. I think you're more of a fun guy, more of a fun, vibrant life.
I work hard, but I also like to have fun as well. I think they can go hand in hand. Life is about balance. I don't want to be a robot and just go to work and then come home and go to sleep. I want to go to work, I want to come home, have some fun with some friends and my family, and then call it a day.
Fantastic. And any favorite movie?
Oh God, favorite movie, I have so many. I think one movie that speaks to me directly is The Matrix. I just love that movie. I think there's so many hidden meanings behind the movie. You can talk about spiritual empowerment, higher power, simulation. There's just so many messages in that specific movie that I think I can watch that movie. I've probably watched it like 100 times. And I can't stop watching it.
Amazing. So we already talked a lot about you in a small little time frame. I'm going to change a little bit of gear.
Sure.
What made you to join Bagga team?
That's a very easy answer. I got to meet Manny about a year ago, and through conversations we built a friendship. And one day we were sitting down in his office, and he shared his goals that he wanted for the commercial division. And this is where I felt like I could really be an asset to this team. I could really help build something here, because what he does is phenomenal. The way he treats his people, the way he treats his clients. I can learn from that as well. So having a mentor that leads by example is absolutely phenomenal for somebody who's looking to grow in their career.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining our team, and all the viewers who are watching today, Mr. Sajeed Velji. Right now we have a full-time in-house commercial division person who can look after your all needs. Doesn't matter you're looking at a multifamily, you're looking at business, you're looking at lease, or you're looking at something you need to sell or buy, any kind of commercial. Sajeed is here, and he's growing his footprint in upcoming months and upcoming years. So thank you for watching. In the very end, any small little tip, it's not related to real estate or anything, you wanted to share with all the viewers, which is you make the mistakes and you learn out of that, what you want to share with them?
Commercial real estate, there's always going to be some risk involved. The only people that are going to make it is those who are willing to take calculated risks and are smart enough to invest when an opportunity arises.
Fantastic. So that's well said. I 100% agree. A lot of people, they're thinking. They don't want to take a risk. Obviously, there's anything is in a risk. So you go in a stock, they are not safe. You go in a realtor, but obviously all the people around the world, they think that the real estate is one of the best asset onto it. But again, obviously you well said that, hey, you need to have a measurable risk. So measurable risk, that could be depend on your own strengths or how much risk you want to tolerate. Well said. Thank you so much. And if all the viewers are out there, they want to connect with you, what's your contact number and on all social media platforms?
Yes. Please give me a call at 780-288-3629. I would love to meet you, love to get to know you, love to get to know your long-term goals and your short-term goals. Instagram is This Is Saj. That's where I post a lot of my content for real estate.
Hey guys, wanted to let you know that Saj already on the platform. We already have numerous properties available to buy or sell. If you guys have any questions, please connect with him. He's a very well knowledgeable person. Very excited to obtain that business from you guys. You guys have any questions, the Bagga team is here to help you guys and grow your future with us. Thank you so much, Sajeed, for coming down and joining. And stay tuned for all upcoming videos. Myself and Sajeed will bring over new content every week so we can grow ourselves. All right, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.